Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battle? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, they alright, but we a little rougher. Step up for the title and face your rival, this ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets, shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef, I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is
The JBT is back. New raffles, new prizes. This time, we're coming with you with a 10-inch, 10th generation iPad. Comes in multiple colors, amazing technology, and guess what? Everything that you have in the palm of your hands for full-fledged entertainment. Now, how do you win this prize? Again, just $10. $10 to give you a chance to win this great prize. We even got a special for you. We're even offering a special of 3 entries for only $25. All you have to do is send your money to JBT Network 1 via Cash App. With that being said, good luck. You got to be in it to win it.
What it do? What it do? We back with another episode of BVO Boxing. It got the homie, my big homie Crush. I got my homie Prize Fighter. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening, y'all? What's popping? Prize, what's
Crush?
up, Dee Free? What's going on?
Free, what's up with y'all?
Yeah.
Not much, man. Not much. What we cooking on, Dee Free? What we got on the pot?
We got a couple of things. I mean, the news just came down. Shakur Stevenson is going to be fighting Joe Cordina.
Oh,
That's the hottest news right now because it just came down today. It just was announced.
It's a set?
Yeah, it's set for August 12th.
Wow.
So
August 12th?
Yeah, I'm sorry, October 12th. But it is I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it's a bunch of other fighters he could have fought instead of Joe Cordina. Joe Cordina just moved up from 130 pounds. He just got,
Didn't he just get knocked out or something?
Yeah, he just got knocked out at 130 pounds in his last fight, and now he moved up to 135, and he's fighting Shakur Stevenson for the WBC belt. He's ranked number 13, I believe. So I mean, I don't know what to say about this joint. What's going on, Queen? Melanie Queen. What's going on, Josh Sanders?
Josh, my dude.
We got
Melanie Queen, Josh, with y'all.
We got Melanie Queen.
Prison Talk. Yeah, shout out to Prison Talk. That name crazy.
Yeah, we got Melanie.
Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah.
Prison Talk for Tommy.
Yeah, shout out Tommy. But go ahead, Free.
Yeah, BVO just put it in the chat. That's Melanie Queen's Cash App. Make sure y'all go ahead and support the Queen. She got her Cash App up there, so go ahead and support her. But yeah, so I don't know what to say about this, man. I mean, it looks like a duck in my book from Shakur Stevenson, because you can't say that your team was talking to Tank Davis. The only thing y'all got to do is figure out the money, and then you say you willing to take Tank Davis on whatever he give you, because you know he's the big dog. You willing to take whatever he give you, and you end up fighting Joe Cordina.
That's crazy, man.
I mean, what y'all think?
Oh,
I'm
well.
gonna let Crush cook up on this one. I want to go last.
Okay. Your favorite angry man in boxing, the most grumpiest man in the sport. Yes, that be me. Oh man, y'all know I got to throw this all over the place. I'm putting him in the pit. Man, this dude should be fried for this situation. There should be not one boxing fan that should be happy with this decision. With all the noise that Mr. Shakur, Mr. Puerto Rico, Mr. this, Mr. that, Mr. Badass, I whoop everybody ass, ain't scared of nobody. All this stuff this young man took. He said out his mouth, he got Newark, New Jersey looking bad. You ain't from Brick City, you from Marshmallow City. Softer than a marshmallow. All these fighters out here, like Dee Free said, he could have fought besides Tank. Not even Zapata. Come on, man. This dude don't get no pass, but he gets a foot in his ass. Get on out of here. Punt him like a football. Nobody should be standing for this with Shakur Stevenson. If you standing for him, I must question you, put you in a hot seat. I got to put you in the verdict. I got to get you. Cause this is some clown stuff about to do. This dude didn't do nothing but talk a whole bunch of stuff. Fast ass fingers, the fastest fingers in the East and the West. Nobody's the best. Mr. Twitterson, Smith and Wesson all over the damn place. Then he's at the goddamn Crawford fight, and then he's putting on the show with Lomachenko that I think was staged. Make it seem like he went to smoke with Lomachenko, did all that to get people routed up, and then you give us Cordina. Cordina, no disrespect to Cordina, but god damn, or I would have took a Ray Muratala. We could have had a Ray Muratala, something. So y'all gonna accept this fight with Shakur? Where the Shakur fans at, man? Because this is
I'm
hideous.
I'm a Shakur fan, and
I know you are. It's hideous, Quad. It's hideous.
I'll say that I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. I feel let down as a fan, as I just told y'all. You fighting a guy that, and like Crush said, no disrespect to him, and shout out to Cordina for the opportunity he get. But you fighting a guy that just got stopped. If you was gonna fight a guy coming off a loss or just another guy, I would have went at Frank Martin to see if he would have been ready, or I would have did like Crush said and went at Maritata or something like that. But I guess it's a stay busy fight, but very disappointed. Not excited to see it. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm disappointed in Shakur right now with that. I don't know what kind of movie it is. What is it? What are they saying? A 2-year matchroom deal?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I was hearing something like that, but I mean,
but
very disappointed in Shakur Stevenson right now. I'm not happy. I guess he priced himself out like one of the brothers said in the chat. So it is what it is, man.
I'm gonna say this: if what you saying is true, and he got a 2-fight deal with Matchroom for this Joe Cordina fight, you might as well have went over there and talked to Oscar and got a 2-fight deal with Oscar De La Hoya to get the Williams Zapata fight. You might as well have did that.
Well, Free, don't remember with Turkey Al-Sheikh, it looks like Matchroom and Golden Boy do business, so it might not be. I mean, it might be a possibility, but I can't even get up here and cap for Shakur right now. To be honest,
he works with Turkey Al-Sheikh. So
Turkey Al-Sheikh.
It ain't no excuse. He could have went over there and talked to Oscar and got a 2-fight deal with Oscar for Williams Zapata. That's a much better fight than fighting Joe Cordina. You could have went and talked to Al Heyman and got Frank Martin if you want to fight somebody that just lost, that just got stopped. Frank Martin is ranked number 8. This man is ranked number 13. He's not even in the top 10.
Yeah.
Not even in the top 10. He's ranked number 13. And I don't know how he's ranked number 13. He just lost his last fight at 130. Now he comes to 135 and he's ranked number 13. I don't understand that.
I understand what it is.
A bunch of guys that he could have fought. There's a bunch of guys he could have fought instead of fighting this dude. Like I said, if that's the case, why not I know you're not getting paid more money by fighting this dude over Tank Davis. You're not getting paid more money. I don't care if they is giving you $10 million. It still ain't gonna be more than what you would have got fighting Tank Davis. Because you're getting $10 million flat fee. That's because you're on the undercard. You're on the undercard. You're the co-main event for the undercard. So you could have fought Tank Davis on a pay-per-view fight. Something that everybody been wanting to see. Everybody's been talking about it since Tank Davis was the deal fell through with Loma and Loma ducked Tank Davis. Everybody been talking about Tank Davis gotta fight Shakur. Well, Tank Davis was talking to your team. Obviously, you didn't like what he offered you, and so you decided to pack your ball and go.
I would like to know what Team Davis offered Shakur. I would really like to know that number, man.
I don't offer the man. If the man,
because if they offered him like $5 or $6 million, bro, like come on now.
If he offered the man 1.5, you're gonna make more than $10 million in the fight. Ryan Garcia got I think he got like $2 million. He walked away with 30. Walked away with 30. I think Frank Martin signed for like 500,000. He walked away with somewhere around 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
I think he could have walked away with a lot, man. What is wrong with him, man? I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like you said, Free. I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, pack him up and get him out of here, like Crush said. Then I guess like this is disappointing. But I'm Shakur, man. Come on, dog. Like, you still got one brother left, man. But I'm hanging on by a tooth and nail, my G. It's time for you to step it up. You should have took the fight and forget what they get is the guarantee stuff. You know what I mean? And Turkey and them would have, or whoever, Al Heyman and them would have did it. They would have set you up. You probably could have got a 2.5 purse, and then like Free said, you could have walked away with 10, 15 million, bro. He tweaking, man.
No,
he'll go get his ass knocked out by by Joe Cortez.
What he should have did if he wasn't going to do all that real quick, Dee Free. If he wasn't going to do all this, man, it would have made sense. He should have just rematched Dela Santos. What the fuck, man?
That's number 4. He could have rematched him. He's number 4.
BVO, get out of here.
He
could have rematched Dela Santos.
No, now this is the thing. This is
crazy, man.
Shakur Stevenson, if your fans was complaining about your last fight, what you think they're gonna do about this fight?
You better go in there, Shakur. I'm telling you now. You pick this guy. You better knock him out. You have no choice but to knock this guy out. No choice.
But you know what, Pride? Even if he do knock this dude out, he can't get no credit. And Shakur is known for fighting guys moving up from a weight class south. This is not the first time he did that.
All Shakur Stevenson fans, every last one of y'all, because I heard y'all say it before outside of Prize. Prize the only one that never said nothing about it. But every last one of y'all outside of Prize, I heard y'all say it. I don't want to hear nothing about Tank Davis brought Leo Santa Cruz up to 130 because Shakur is fighting this guy who just got knocked out at 130. And now he's fighting him at 135. I don't want to hear that excuse no more from no Shakur Stevenson fans. None.
Yeah.
But, this is hideous, man. This is hideous.
This is nasty work from Shakur right now, man. And I'm disappointed as a fan, man, because I buy pay-per-view or tune in and whatever, ESPN Plus and all that crap, man. But it's like, come on, Core. Like, man, you gotta you like even like Crush said, even if you go and smoke this guy in 2-3 rounds, you ain't gonna get no credit for it, bro. You not, bro. You going backwards with this. And I'm hearing that you're fighting on the undercard or something. So that I don't know what they're doing with Shakur. I think he's got a matchroom deal. And don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Maybe Free could look at it, or one of the brothers, somebody in the chat, look at it. No. Look that up real quick. I think I was hearing a 2-fight deal, and Shakur is going to be on some undercard or somebody else or something like that. One of the other channels was saying. or somewhere I
Well,
saw it. I heard that.
that's the right place for him, Prize. You don't need to hear not a damn thing. Nope. Undercard, 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 undercard. Don't even be co-main event.
Yeah, I heard he was
This
on like.
I'm just so tired of everybody's talking about what one person is supposed to do. I'm sick of it. What about these other guys? Y'all keep talking about what Tank got to do. It ain't what Tank got to do, because they want what Tank got. So it's what they need to do. It's what they need to do. Stop protecting your fighter like with that nonsense. I've been letting y'all get away with it. Keep using this A side stuff. I've seen a bunch of B sides pursue the A side until something happened. What are y'all
Yeah,
talking about? But this is supposed to be a
thanks.
top skill fighter that we supposed to be giving credit to. And we want to talk about resumes. I dare y'all talk about anybody damn resume. His resume is trash. It's trash. As good as this man is, his resume is trash. He's been taking the paper boy route. He's been taking the paper boy route. He's been taking the paper boy route. And all you Shakur fans, live with it, because it's facts.
Yep.
Paper boy route. Light load. He don't even wash a 4 load of clothes. You using a washing machine, he put 3 pieces in there.
Yeah, it says
But got a whole load even that. Come on, man.
Shakur
I don't
Stevenson
respect
reportedly
this,
signed
man.
a one-fight deal with Eddie Hearn and will fight on Matchroom. But the press is ripping him right now. They was
I
like,
bet.
Turkey out of Cuse, that's the last thing he needs is for the fans to walk out and boo this card because Shakur is fighting Joe Cordina. So it's a lot of Shakur Stevenson fans. They trying to make excuses. The reason why he's fighting Joe Cordina, but even if I'm a place devil advocate, even if it was Tank's fault, the reason why they couldn't get the fight, there's a bunch of other guys you could have fought instead of Joe Cordina.
Yeah. You
There's a
know
bunch
what?
of
You know what else, Dee Free? I kind of feel bad for Tank, and I'm not trying to make up any excuses for him. But damn, who he gonna fight next now? He did like Loma didn't want no
Tank
smoke.
is going after
Shakur is on the undercard or some Eddie Hearn fight or
Tank is
something
going
like
after the
that.
other champion. He's going after the other champion, the WBO champion. The
Who's
one
the
that just,
WBO champion?
the one that just beat that's Berichek. The one that just beat
Berichek. He going. Well, I don't want to hear none of y'all Tank haters hating on whoever Javante picks next, because clearly he's tried to fight the 2 best people, Lomachenko and Shakur. So I don't want to hear y'all come out here trying to rip Tank about this and that. And I wish I could say some other stuff, but I don't want to hear it. If he picks one of them guys, well, what else is he supposed to do? So get
Now,
over it. Like I said.
yeah, with that being said, Prize, I don't want to hear nothing about he a duck. He don't want to fight nobody. He need to fight somebody because the smoke is clear. These dudes had opportunities. What they did, I don't want to hear no more. Well, he used to duck Loma. He ain't never duck Loma because Loma ain't never sent him a doggone thing. How many times y'all going to keep using that? Get that up one out here. Oh, he need to fight Shakur. He need to fight Shakur. He don't want to fight Shakur. This, that, and other. What happened? What happened? I don't want to hear nothing. Devin Haney, way out of bounds, going up to no weight class, ain't going to be nothing. So the guys that y'all said that he needs to fight in order for y'all to say he has somebody on his resume, I've been telling y'all, they ain't no damn body. They ain't nobody. You know why? Because these somebodies don't want to fight this nobody guy. There has to be somebody because he's the man. He's the man, and he can't even get the fights against the guys y'all think they can beat him because they don't think they can beat him. Get on up out of here. Cash rules everything around me. Everybody ain't gonna take a ass whipping for money. They ain't gonna sacrifice themselves all the time. And this is the case. I can do nothing but laugh at y'all. I don't even want to argue with none of you fools with this nonsense. Y'all can't say nothing. I don't care how you try to lay it down. You could lay it down like you're Johnny Cochran. It ain't happening over here because the facts is the facts. Let's look at it. Put your face in it like you playing gobble for the apple in the bucket of water. That's what y'all need to do with y'all sorry behinds and keep on coming up with excuses. Ain't no damn excuses. None whatsoever. But y'all keep on having this super protection for what? So if the sky is blue, you want to act like it's purple?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what y'all going to do. That's what y'all going to do because y'all doing that now. Y'all escaping reality. All the criticism that this little man been getting. What y'all got to say? Eat crow. All of y'all eat crow. They don't want that work.
Yeah, nah, Bentley Tank
So
is
don't
going.
get mad at who's going to fight, like Prize said, because y'all boys don't want to. Go ahead, Dee Free.
No, Bentley, yeah, Tank is going for the other fighter. He's going for Burachek, and he's going to try to get that title from him. We're going to see if he's man enough to step in the ring, because it seemed like nobody else outside of Frank Martin is man enough to step in the ring with Tank Davis. Loma ducked him out. Now Shakur look like he well, it doesn't look like it. He's taking another fight. So we're going to see if Burachek is willing to step in the ring with Tank Davis.
And what if he doesn't?
Tank need to go to 40.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing else to say about it. If he can't get the other champion, he need to go to 40. That's all three champions that ducked on. All three of them ducked. If Burachek doesn't take the fight with Tank, he needs to go to 40 because all three of them ducked him.
But do you think he feels comfortable at 40? Because he seemed a little shy at 40.
You talking about 3 years ago?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I think Tank could be fine at 40. I don't think
he's kind of short. You know what I mean? I think 35 is perfect for him. But I think he, like I said yesterday, I don't think nobody at 40 can beat him either, because he can box real well. He can if he has to.
Everybody at 40, there's nobody at 40 that's extremely tall. I think the tallest person at 40 right now is like 5'10".
Rayo or something like that.
Yeah, because Mario Barrio, he was the tallest person at 40. He was like 6 foot. He's gone. So there ain't nobody extremely tall. None of the top guys that we want to see him fight. They all came from 130, 135 anyway. All the guys that we want to see him fight, outside of a couple of them, they all came from 35 anyway.
Well,
Tank ain't going to 40. I think Tank is going to 40 if he doesn't get this beer check. Yeah, Frank is at 40 now too. I mean, he's not at 40 because he hasn't had a fight at 40, but I think that's
he said he was moving on.
Yeah, I think that's where his next fight is going to be.
Yeah. So we'll just call him a 40-pounder. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, hopefully the other champion to get in the ring, and then we can see if some cards are shuffled around. But this is looking bad for. It's like messing up the boxing economy, man. With like this mess, man. Because Tank should be in there with Shakur or Loma next, and he's willing to do it, but they don't want to do it. So what does he do? He goes to Barachek. Now this guy gonna say, hey, I need to fight first. You know what I mean? Now he's sitting around. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he go. Me personally, I don't care if he go beat up somebody that work in the Amazon. What BVO be saying? The Amazon warehouse.
Oh,
I don't care if he beat up one of them. I don't. You know why? Because what is he supposed to do if the other champions don't want to fight? And then what if he get to 40 and then they jagging around there, lagging?
Now, if he stay at 35, I think he should fight Williams Zepeda. I think that's the only other.
Zepeda already talking about he need 2 years. Yeah. He don't want no smoke.
Make him duck out and then go after.
He already ducked out.
He ducked out of what?
Of Tank.
He ain't ducked out of Tank.
He ain't want no smoke with Tank. Didn't he
Tank
say that?
Tank
or he said he wasn't ready for Shakur. Which one of them said
that was Shakur. Tank never went after
Zepeda. Zepeda ain't gonna get in there. He ain't getting in there with Shakur. He definitely ain't getting in there with no Tank.
He damn sure didn't mention Tank's name either.
I think Tank need to go ahead and
pack it up and go to 40.
No, I mean if he gonna stay at 35, go after them other guys. Go after Keyshawn. Go after Raymond Maritala. Go after De Los Santos. Go after them other guys that they think is the next man up. Go after them. If he's not gonna go to 40, take all them out.
Give all them. Yep. And I wouldn't be mad if he picked any one of them names you just named. I'd be okay with all of them because I'd be like, well, the two best ones didn't want to fight him. Devin looks like he's heading the welterweight. So what is the kid supposed to do? You know, he
BBO,
got to stay active.
Yo, ain't nobody trying to hear that, and I knew you was coming with it. Go ahead, Dee Free.
we're not. That dude gets no play when you're not here. He gets no play. In order for him to get play, you got to come up here. If you ain't coming up here, he gets no play.
Get no play in my ride.
No play.
I don't care how many times you put in the I ain't gonna never mention him.
This could be the day that we don't have that segment unless he pop up. You know, he likes to pop up. You know, we might not have to have that special segment we have each night. But yeah, like Tank, man. Hopefully he can get in there with somebody. Hope somebody got some nuts and get in there and fight, man. Damn, I ain't never seen nothing like this, man. Growing up, when I was a young boy watching fights, I ain't never seen them boys. Them boys wanted to rumble each other, like Terrible Terry Norris and Meldrick. They wanted to rumble.
I think this might have been the first time in the sport of boxing history that I've seen the money cow cannot get a fight.
It's crazy. Nobody won a lottery ticket.
I think
so worried about reputation. That's why I respect Frank Martin. I don't count that against. Well, I ain't gonna say I don't count that against Frank Martin, but no shame on Frank Martin. He got paid. He looked good in the beginning, but at the end of the day, the elite fighter show why there's levels. That's all, and you got nothing to be ashamed of. You box fantastically. Anybody else, you probably could have kept doing that for the rest of the fight and won the fight easily. But it's just Gervonta is just special. He's just a gift, and he's special. And everybody just I don't understand why he got haters. Like I don't know why you can't go for Tank and Devin or Tank and Shakur. I don't know why you can't root for all of them like I do. But you know, hey, that's just me.
Oh, you could root for who you want to root
for. Not you, brothers, but the people, the fans. As I'm talking out the brothers, y'all. I know how y'all are. Y'all don't root for
anybody. They can root for who you want to root for.
I know y'all don't really root for nobody. Y'all don't really, you know. But I got a couple dogs in the race. You know, I got Tank in there. I got Shakur in there. I got Dev in there. I got Wilder. I don't want him to fight no more. But if he's in there, he's one of my dogs. So Earl's a dog. Bud is a dog in the race. Those are my dogs in the race.
Yeah. I'm not rooting for Wilder.
Bam Rodriguez. I like that kid.
I'm not even watching it. If Wilder get in there again, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I'm not watching Wilder fight no more.
I know. I was just saying, I do got dogs in the races. A couple of those are my guys. So, Bud, you know what I mean? He one of my dogs. I want him to win. I don't care if they fight each other. That'd be cool. You know, one of them going to win.
Speaking of Dev talking about coming back at 47 for Mario Barrio. What y'all think about that?
I mean, he gonna come back. Punch you up to get beat down. Yeah, punch you up to get beat down. He gonna go up there and fight Barrios to get beat up. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't even want to. Now talking about this dude. He up there sucking punch, swinging on guys, can't land a punch. The dude's trying to. That was just horrible. I don't know what's going on with this kid. He coming back too damn soon. He's coming back too soon. Yeah, he come back too soon. 3 months. 3 months. He need more time. He definitely need more time after that damn video got out of him swinging on the dude because he started getting emotional because he's been called the N-word. Negro, please. Negro, please. You trying to toughen up, dog? Get out of here, man.
Now, wait a minute now, Crush. If somebody did that to you, and one of them dudes called you that word, I'm pretty sure you're going to turn up to the max.
But listen, Prize, see, one thing about Crush, right, that makes me so dangerous, I got wordplay, too. I got wordplay. And then if I'm in his position, knowing that I have licensed hands, you ain't supposed to swing on nobody first.
That's fact.
His hands is registered, bro.
They're weapons.
But he want to get out here and huff and puff and try to get some street credit where he was talking about suing a man. Get the fight removed. I want to sue him. What? Malibu most wanted behind Dev. Get on out of here. Get on out of here, man. I'm from the trenches for real. This is crazy. Get out with this Malibu most wanted nonsense. I'm not buying that. He just showed me he's even softer than what he showed us after the Ryan situation. This dude is a walking soap opera and boxing gloves. Somebody
I'm
give me
with you,
some
William.
melancholy type of music. Dun, 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 dun. On the
Hey,
next episode of Brian Devin, what's next? Come
I just
on, man.
I
Y'all
like.
tripping.
Hey, I'm with you, William. Old school man. I can't watch I'm with Free and the rest of the brothers. Crush. I can't watch Wilder no more. I was happy
Not watching
he
it.
looked good at the the LDBC get together they had, and shout out to them brothers. They Wilder showed up there. He looked like he was in good spirits. I was like, damn. You know what I mean? He looked good. He wasn't worried about nothing. You know what I mean? He was around the brothers and he was chilling. So, Wilder's
Ain't
the
nothing
guy.
wrong about
I
he
don't
ain't
want to
getting
see
in
him
that
rumble no
ring.
more. I'd like to see him
He going.
maybe do something else. Maybe like come commentate, because he can talk real good. Start a podcast or something.
yeah.
Wilder joint would be crazy. Imagine Wilder come on YouTube, man. He'll get crazy followers. Like if he go live with niggas, he'll have 30,000 people in his chat.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah, I like to see
weed
him
out the
commentate.
pros. Like Wilder can make. He doesn't need the money, but I don't want him to go away from boxing because he can talk real good, and you love him.
Yes.
And he was our
Yeah.
champ, and we rode with him through it all. It is what it is. They all lost some. Ali lost. Mike went down. They all went down. He one of them guys though. I don't care what nobody say. He definitely one of them guys. One of my favorite of all time for sure.
Hey, y'all considered Shakur Stevenson one of the best at 35.
Yeah, I definitely do. I
Um,
know y'all. I know you and Crush like to cook him and Dad, but I'm still riding with him.
no, I'm
I'm
just saying.
cooking anybody that needs to get cooked. Period.
No,
That's cool.
I'm just looking at the rankings.
Okay.
He's number 4.
Who?
Shakur. He's number 4. They got Tank Davis number 1,
Of
Loma
course.
number 2, and they got Williams Zapata number 3.
That's lame. That's nasty.
They got the 2 champions outside of Tank and Loma ranked number 4 and 5. They got William number 3 at 135 right now.
Nasty word.
Hey, I can't argue with that because William been fighting some good competition. Can't argue with that, and he's been stopping everybody.
Shakur, I mean, I don't even want to have that argument. Yeah, I guess.
I can't argue with that.
It's just like I said, man. It's hard to get up here, man. But Shakur, I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens in the future, I guess. But I know the time is now, so I don't understand what he's waiting for. That's how stuff happens. You know what I mean? You gotta strike when the iron's hot. You good enough to beat this guy, but he don't believe it, I guess, or he's listening to people. You know what I mean? He's not really. I don't know what Jay Prince and them telling him to do. Take an easy one so you can stay busy. I get it. You know what I mean? It is a stay busy fight, but bro, at this point, you can't really afford no stay busy. I mean, not afford it, but it has to be a certain kind of name. You feel me? Like you said, it could have been Frank Martin, any one of them dudes. So like,
I don't know because Jay Prince he did an interview a couple of days ago, and he said he had told Big Baby Anderson to not to take that fight with Martin Bakoti. And Big Baby was like, nah, he gonna fight him anyway. So
yeah.
I mean, Jay Prince look like he's trying to protect his fighters, but I don't know. I mean, see, the thing is, they fight.
You can't protect your fighters and talk gangsters. You can't talk gangster-ish and protect your fighters at the same time, bro. You can't do that.
That's true. You can't. There's no way you can do that.
How can you talk about
man.
you talk about pulling up and doing all these things, but you got a dog? Like if we I don't want to use that analogy because I don't want the animal people on me. But if you got a dog in there, you know what I'm saying, and you talking all this big, you woofing them and all this stuff, and then you don't want to put them in the ring to go, man. I don't understand. You can't do that.
Tell you like this. Every hood got a gangster, and they got a dude that's hang out with all of them that's not really built like that. Maybe he know they not really built like that.
Right.
Well, then you can't talk that gangster-ish.
Oh,
That's my point.
He said he gangster. He said he gangster.
Yeah.
He ain't say nothing about them. He said he pull up. He ain't say nothing about them.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
But still,
He,
nevertheless,
he,
though, you can't be like you in this game and you talking and I don't know. You right though. You can't. He said
you can't. You really
yeah.
can't. But
You definitely, but
oh,
still,
oh,
but you
oh,
feel me though. You can't do that though. You can't be in there talking like that. Like you can't be a known guy and don't want to put your dogs in the ring, bro. That's my thing. You can't be that
but it,
guy that's that
yeah.
gangster guy and not put your dog in the ring. What you mean? Put your
No,
dog against my dog. What you mean? That's how I
but
go back in the day. He know that.
on
You know what I
other note,
mean?
we
But
gotta fight tomorrow night. I wanna ask y'all
Tomorrow night. What's
that
tomorrow?
on Pro Box. We got Jared Hurd fighting Jason Rosario.
Oh snap!
yeah, that is tomorrow.
I'm
Yep.
watching that. What? How do I watch that?
Pro Box. I think you either gotta subscribe to them. I think you gotta subscribe to Pro Box. It might be. I think you can go. You type it in probox.com and you subscribe to them, and you'll be able to watch their
What's they fee?
huh?
What's they fee?
They don't charge a lot. I forgot how much it is because I bought Pro Box a long time ago. I stopped my membership with them, but it wasn't that much. When I bought it, it was like $2.99 or something like that. It was
Yeah,
something.
I ain't
Yeah,
tripping
something
about
like that.
that.
$2.99, $4.99, something like that. Yeah, I used to
I
have
ain't
Pro
tripping
Box
about
too.
that. I want to see that. That you got to be a real boxing fan to want to see that.
I mean, sometimes they do put Pro Box on YouTube, so it might be on YouTube. Sometimes they do put it on YouTube, but other times you do have to go to probox.com in order to watch. So I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or not.
Two old dogs about to get loose.
They do put it on YouTube too.
Where they
But
fighting at?
let me pull it up. Hold on, I'll tell you in 1 second. Fights. They are
Chat in
fighting.
the chat.
They are fighting in New York. They're fighting in New York.
Oh snap! Shout out to Solomon. Salute.
Yeah, they fighting in New York.
I want to see it.
I'm sorry. No, they're not fighting in New York. That was New York time. That's the
Oh.
time that they're fighting on. They are fighting in Plant City. Where the
What's
hell
that?
is that? It says Event Center, Plant City, United States. I don't know where Plant City is.
Never heard of it.
Somebody just turned in the city somewhere. Seemed like pop up plant. You know,
Yeah,
Plant City. I
know
never heard of it.
where it is.
But man, on a serious note, serious side of things, man, it's horrible, man. I can't get over it. I can't get over it.
Yeah, the state of
This young
boxing.
man is not testing himself. He's not. He's not. There's no way this man is daring to be great. It's not. I even noticed he was quick to jump on Cambosis, wanted to fight Cambosis after his 2 losses to Devin Haney. Like, I'm watching this kid, and he turned out not to be all I thought he was, man. He can fight, but there's a problem. So you gotta tighten up, man. You gotta tighten up.
You said that right, Crush, man. He's turning out to be what we thought. Unless he proves he still has a lot of time to prove his wrong, But it's like you losing like your momentum, bro. You're gonna be on undercards and stuff, making 200,000, 300,000. You see them checks some boys was getting cut by Turkey. Turkey wasn't cutting them big checks like that no more. We just had this conversation already. You feel me?
Yeah,
So Shakur better tighten up for he you know what I mean? I don't know why I would have been if I'm Shakur, I'm like, I don't care if he knocked my ass out. I'm going in there with him.
I don't like the fight. I don't like the fight because I look at Shakur as one of the guys. I look at Shakur as one of the best guys at 35. Okay, like I said, even if it is Tank Davis' fault, the reason why the fight doesn't happen, I think there's a bunch of other guys he could have fought instead of Joe Cordina. I don't like the Joe Cordina fight.
Yeah, me neither.
I think that's because you just had now like I said, I believe the performance he had against Artem was a good performance. the people didn't like the fact that he didn't stop him because he said he was going to stop him. But the performance was a good performance. I think if you had people complain about your last fight and they complain about the fight before that, you got to give them a better fight. This Joe Cordina fight is not a good fight to give the fans that was complaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not a good fight. It's just not like I don't know who's he listening to. Like if I'm him, I'm cashing out. I'm watching everybody around me cash out. I just finished watching Frank Martin cash out. I just watched Ryan cash out with Tank. I just watched Hector Garcia. What he been doing lately? He got a fight?
I know
Hector's at 130. He's not at 35 no more.
I know, but where is he? Has he got a fight?
I don't know.
No.
Exactly.
I know
Since the Tank Davis fight, he been chilling, right?
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So
So
no, he had a fight since the Tank Davis fight. He lost his belt. He at
he had one fight.
He had another fight?
Yeah, he had a fight after Tank Davis lost his belt.
Well, again, he cashed out too. So you're looking at these guys cash out, and this would be big. I think the pay-per-views would do exceptional. I think they'll be pretty good. I think they'll be pretty solid. I think they could be in the 300,000 range because people gonna want to see that. Shakur gonna talk. You know what I mean? And they're gonna make some money. But Shakur don't obviously, or I don't know what Tank. I can't just blame it all on Shakur, but I don't know what Tank stipulations was. We have to wait and see what really went down because I'm sure somebody gonna get to tweeting.
Yeah.
So.
I saw Just Do said where he's hearing that the Tank fight was never an option for Shakur and Tank next. I'm just going by what Shakur said. I'm not saying Just Do heard something that was wrong, but Shakur came out and said his team is talking to Tank team. They just got to get the money straight. So if y'all talking, I'm trying to figure out where was the disconnect at. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where was the disconnect at? If y'all talking, where's the disconnect? So I don't know. Like I said, even if he didn't get Tank,
Just said that the reason why he's fighting Cordina because Zepeda said no, and I think I said that earlier. I said Zepeda don't want to fight Shakur. He said he's a fighter year 2 away. I remember I said that. So
I'm not even talking about William Zepeda. I'm just saying I think he could have got a better fight than Joe Cordina. I think he could have got a better fight than that.
Salute, Marky. But I mean, I'm standing on that though. I think he still could have got a better fight, but I'm not throwing the kid away yet. Like I know Crush gonna cook him. I know BVO gonna cook him, and Free kind of stand neutral. He gonna say what he gonna say, but I'm not gonna throw him away yet. But I'm not satisfied as a fan with this Cordina fight. I'm standing on that. I don't care why he's fighting them. Maybe Zepeda did turn the fight down, but there's still other things going on. Rematch Santos or something. Like, I don't want to see this.
You ain't got to throw him away, Prize. He throwing himself away, bro. Throwing himself away. I don't care what kind of scenarios, how many scenarios y'all be creative and come up with. Who fault it was, who fault it wasn't, this, that, and the other. The main thing is this. Cordina? No. So I don't want to keep on going through this about shoulda, coulda, woulda. Cordina should not been an opponent for Shakur Stevenson. Period.
Yeah,
Bring Just Do up here.
Not at this level. I don't think Cordina is a violent opponent for Shakur.
Cordina would be good for Abdullah Mason.
Yeah.
For one of prospects.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Now that would be I wouldn't be mad at if he got knocked out and then his next fight, I'm talking about Cordina, and his next fight was against Abdullah Mason. I would be excited. I'd be like, I can't wait to see Abdullah.
That's a very good fight for Abdullah Mason because Abdullah Mason wants tougher competition, and Joe Cordina, he's not a bad fighter. He's a decent fighter.
He'd be the best fighter Abdullah ever fought, hands down.
He's just not on Shakur's level, so that's not a bad fight for Abdullah Mason at all. That's a hell of a
fight. Yep.
Yeah, salute,
That's
salute to everybody in here, man. I heard y'all
Just,
talking about Shakur. Another point to that is, like we said, that's the best fighter that Abdullah's ever fought. But Joe Cordina is, I mean, it's such a step back from not only not only Haratunian who he just fought, it's a step back from De Los Santos. I might even argue it's a step back from the Japanese dude he fought. Like this is terrible.
That's debatable.
This dude has never fought at 135 and just got finished getting put to sleep at 130. Like
Yeah.
no, like this is and I was talking to Free the other day on T Stream. This is the second time Shakur has done what like, well, you know what? I can't say that. I can't say that because I don't know what happened with the negotiations. So I'm not going. It's like Pride said. I can't completely put it on him, but from if what Free has told me is true, there was an offer from Tank on the table for Shakur. Now I don't know what came with that, but
That's
if
what
I'm
I think the
Shakur,
support said they talking, they just gotta get the money right. So if you telling me y'all talking, y'all just gotta get the money right, then that says
bro,
okay, they gave you an offer, but it wasn't the offer you looking for. That's what it tells me.
Now,
whatever the finances
Marky,
were, Shakur. Go ahead, Prize.
I want to because he's been real quiet, and shout out to my homie Just Do for pulling up. You know,
Yes, sir. Salute.
he has very solid information. If y'all don't follow Just Do Boxing, y'all should, because he has very solid information. So I want to give him a chance to get up here and speak his piece on the behalf of Shakur, because I know that's what he's going to do.
But
And I'm
before
rocking
you
with
take off,
Shakur too, so I want to hear Just Do, and then Marky, you can get in
no,
there.
most that before you take off, just do. I'm somebody I haven't really invested my feelings in the whole Shakur Tank thing, so you could
Right.
probably give me a good rundown and summary of what has been going on, because I don't have that much information.
I mean, I reached out to him and kind of briefly asked him about. Am I echoing?
No, you good. You good.
Good. All right. I asked him briefly about some of this stuff that was going on. He answered me, but it still wasn't detailed the way I wanted to. But what I got from it was the shit that's going on is just bullshit. From what I hear from somebody that be in them conversations talking to those people that would be in the know. They said this fight just not on the table. I think the misunderstanding is when you hear bits and pieces like Shakur come out and he say, "Oh, we gotta get the money right," but I hear they ain't even get that far. There's no offer on the table right now, and from what it looked like, I mean, who really thought this fight was coming off the back of Lomachenko pulling out? I think where people have issue at is they feel like the minute Loma said no, Team Tank was 100% focused on Shakur. Don't nobody know that. We don't know what they doing. They putting a lot of onus on Shakur and who he fighting. I was talking about this earlier. Out of 22 fights, how many of his fights you think he facilitated? He ain't picking his opponents. We legit watching guys say no to him and him having to play take a second or third option, and people like, oh, it's his fault. You damaging your career. You doing this. He ain't doing. That's Eddie Hearn. That's Eddie Hearn. That's Turkey. Cordina is Eddie Hearn fighter. He not making that fight for himself. Zepeda said no. Now he left with bullshit. Loma said not right now. Tank gonna be left with something less than what we wanted. I think that's just what's going on right now. So I got a theory, bro. You got a 6 or 7 fight deal. Do you take the riskiest challenge that early into the deal? I know people don't want to talk like that, but do you really take that risk that early? Do you fight Shakur now, or do you fight him, how Tank said, last? Probably fight him last. So I just never thought that fight was coming. I don't think they got no conversation that went far. The last time I heard Shakur speak, and like I said, I reached out to him. He said something about a phone call that took place, and then it was no more communication after that. So when I hear that bits and pieces, I gotta make what I'm calling is no fight. And I don't think it's a matter of either guy turning each other down. I just don't think it was an available option. Like I said, when they fight each other, for me, I got a theory on this. It's gonna be Tank fighting Shakur, Shakur fighting Tank. It ain't gonna be Shakur is filling in for Lomachenko because he said no. That'd be too much like right. Who in here think boxing gonna deliver that fight based on one guy pulling out? They gonna give us the best fight? So we ain't get Loma and Tank, but we about to get Loma and Shakur because Loma said no right now. don't make sense. The business just wasn't going to deliver that fight. And we stuck blaming the fighters, but somebody show me a fight that Tank made in 30 fights and show me a fight that Shakur made for himself. Now, yeah, you could sign off, but dudes are not picking their fights, and we putting a lot of onus on them and saying, well, Tank got us in the contract, Shakur got to sign here and sign there. That shit sound cute, man. A lot of that shit is just narratives. The reality of it is the fight ain't ready. That's what I think. That's what I hear. When I hear his team talk, Tank team, I don't like Shakur's style. He ain't taking a pay cut. You hear resistance. Then you hear them sound like they're more interested in other options. So I don't know. Take that for a grain of salt, but I don't think that fight was ever coming.
I hear you 1,000% on that.
That's a good cook.
I didn't think the fight was gonna happen, but at the same time, we put a lot of onus on the fighters, especially like Shakur, because that's how they talk. He talks like he can go out there and get them fights. And same thing with Tank. He's been a lot more vocal recently. So it just felt like maybe this was the perfect timing with Shakur being free. But I don't know. This also sounds like typical boxing.
The same way when Berto, when Mosley knocked out Margarito and he was supposed to fight Berto, and then the earthquake happened, and everybody's like, all right, Floyd, what's up with Shane then? He available now. Shane ran the fade and Floyd ran the fade. So I get it can happen, but it's not likely. That was a good point by Justin.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's just not likely. Like I said this before, when they be speaking a lot of times, and this is not giving either fighter out, they be speaking like a fighter as an individual. Yeah, he gonna talk like he want that fight, he'd take it, but ain't nobody prove him wrong. Because I think if it was any offer turned down, because I see the narratives, I see the videos, we would know about it. The same way we knew Loma pulled out of negotiations. See, you notice how the information with that is solid, and we know that with Shakur, everybody guessing. Yeah, I think he was sent the offer because his energy changed. Like, you hear some of the weirdest shit. Nah, man. It would be public information the same way it was when Loma stepped away. It's that simple. So it's like that fight wasn't coming, man. Them dudes ain't taking that fight that early. I'm a put the onus on the business of boxing. Why I say that? Because show me a fight that Tank has facilitated by itself. Show me a time that he's went against what they got planned for him. He just said in a recent interview, I don't pick the order. They pick him. Line him up, I'll knock him down. That's what he say. So that's what he's been doing. And I never thought for 1 second Shakur was next. I think that's a risk if you think about maximizing your earning potential. And we always talk about how much money he brings to the sport. You don't think they considering that too? Fighting Shakur Stevenson don't make the most sense right now next. It might seem like it, is the fight ready? Yeah, but nah, I think they gonna bleed us a little bit more. I don't see that. Maybe next year, summer, maybe.
And that's just the harsh reality of boxing for those who don't know.
All right. Go ahead, my bad.
Crush. Crush the legend. Get in there.
I hear Just Cook and all that. Decent cook. But here's the thing. And even though, we don't pick they don't pick their fights, but still, a lot of fighters with certain fighters got criticized, and people knew these fighters didn't pick their fights, but he got to do this, he got to do that. So I think that should be the energy for everybody. There ain't no excuse for anybody, because you're gonna get at the one, you gotta get at the all. That's one thing. So he don't get no pass for that. So that's my only thing with that. Now, as far as everything else, and y'all know my favorite 2 words, fast and furious. You have to blame these goddamn fans, because they the ones keep on saying this gotta happen next, that gotta happen. The fans, man. The fans that come on your chats and check y'all out every day. They the ones that start, it gotta be next, it gotta be next. Yes. The same ones I keep telling you, nothing but a fan. You ain't no balls, you ain't nothing. Sit there and wait. Take your piece of pizza, sit down and be quiet. And this is the thing. So when you got the fans talking this nonsense, they don't have no place but to be a fan, just wait and then just support it. But they gotta act like they the promoters, they the bosses, and they saying what need to be done because they want it done. None of you fans come out your pocket at one time to even have any violent argument about what should happen next. You're only paying a couple $100 at a time for a pay-per-view, and even if you go to a fight, there ain't enough money for you to keep saying what should be done next. You ain't dropping those millions. You just adding on to it. So when it comes to this, and because of the great cook that just did, this is the time for y'all to get in y'all place as a fan and stop talking about stuff that's not going to happen, that you don't have no control of, just because you want to see it. It don't go down like that because you do not run the business of boxing. You're just a small part of it. Mic drop. That's all I got.
Telling you, I think we put too much responsibility on the fighters. They watch us argue on social media about fights, knowing damn well they're not giving it to us next. And we be looking at who to blame because this fighter said this was next, or he said I want him next. Nah, they speaking as individuals. When they sit down and think that shit over, man, they trying to maximize money, and people don't like that conversation because it makes you feel like somebody's ducking. Nah, they gonna pick a time where they gonna fight, but it damn sure won't be next. I tell you that. Like I said, when we watching guys turn down quality fights and fighters being forced to fight lesser guys, we got to put the responsibility on dudes like Zepeda, 30-0, 31-0, and you don't got no business saying no to no title shot. But see, we'd be mad, nah, Shakur doing this, he's doing that. He ain't doing shit but being a fighter. It's not his responsibility to pick them fights. It's his responsibility to be ready for whatever fight they offer to him, and especially if it's the big one. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at it. I'm just getting tired of seeing
what happened to Floyd Shep?
opportunities
What
be
happened
there
to
for
Kid
better
Austin?
fights.
What happened to Kid Austin? Didn't he say he want to fight Shakur?
Yeah. I mean, shit, his dad said it. His dad said it.
That
His
shit
dad.
dried up quick.
Yeah. He spoke on it. He said they made an offer to him, but it was on a date that they couldn't take or something to that effect. But then he turned around on a different platform and tried to say he was a duck. So that dude just be talking.
Nah, yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who else could have at least been a better fighter at 130, but I don't
At
think nah.
135.
Yeah, excuse me, at 135.
It's the setup that make it bullshit.
Yeah, I feel bad.
The
That's why I
setup.
just said earlier, I kind of feel bad for
Yeah.
Tank because he can't get the Shakur fight right now. Lomachenko completely ducked out. And it's like, damn, what do we do? Free said if he doesn't fight Burichek, then he go to 40. I feel bad for both of them.
Well, where is the Joe Cordina fight gonna be?
I think it's going to be over there in Saudi Arabia somewhere. I don't think it's going to be a headline.
Yeah, it's in
I
Saudi Arabia.
mean, if
It's
it's
Saudi Arabia.
okay, all right, all right.
It's the co-main to the Arthur versus Bivol.
Bivol.
Okay,
I'm
I was
blaming
about
that
to
shit on
say
Eddie.
if it was in England in Cordina's backyard, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, that's a different
Cordina is Eddie
storyline.
fighter. I know he
Yeah,
facilitated that bullshit.
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
definitely. And that's what Eddie like to do. Tonight, you're going to fight Joe Cordina. And then he put Shakur in there looking crazy. But where does
Yep.
Shakur turn that? PBC didn't offer him, I guess. Floyd didn't have no food for him. What is the kid is in a tough situation,
Yep.
man.
And Eddie
That's
doing the
what he
same
said.
thing with Boots up there. He about to convince Boot to fight Karen.
We
Boom.
jumping
Already
Eddie
two
if he
fights
do
off his
that.
contract.
No, he's not doing that. Shakur,
Jump.
we know he's not doing that. Boots won every round. We don't need to see that. Nobody needs to see that again. Only just people that don't watch boxing need to see that again. Jerron Ennis will not be fighting Karen. I'm on the record for that. He will not be fighting Karen next.
Yeah, they
We
said
shall
that's his
see.
rumor.
Hey, one more thing real quick. Just said something else too. And I'm going to paraphrase it. And y'all ain't going to like it, but I like when y'all don't like stuff because it's the truth. Now, with these fighters not being able to pick who they fight because they not their boss, they not their own boss or whatever, that means that they shouldn't be opening up their mouths about no damn call-outs. That's why clout chasing is unnecessary if this is the case. Calling out somebody when you know you ain't got control of what you're going to fight, who they tell you to fight. So none of these things should be happening. Thank you, Just Do, for making
No,
something else
I don't
clear,
agree.
bro.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, Crush.
No, cause they
Just from this point of view, if it's
cut.
coordinated with the team, and you get the go
I
from
hope
your
that's. I
management
hope that. I
that
hope you're
yeah, we
wrong,
going
Josh.
after that, then yeah, that's no problem. You could. I ain't got no problem with you calling them out. But as long as that's something that's real and it's not just some Twitter jibber jabber bullshit.
Yeah.
But that
They
I
got to
get
keep
that. But
themselves relevant too in this time and day. They got to make sure
man,
they're in the spotlight.
Man, keep yourself relevant
I
like
ain't trying
Abdullah
to
makes
hear
it.
that, man.
I don't never hear
So
nothing from Abdullah. But we always talking about him, right?
Well, on this
yeah,
channel we
because
are.
every time you turn around, he fighting somebody.
And
Man
putting
fighting
them on
4,
their
5, 20
behind,
times a year.
beating them to
He,
death.
he's fighting 20
Smoking
times a
people.
year, so he ain't gotta say nothing. He's speaking with his hands like Terminator X. I love that type of
He's
shit.
smoking people
Golly,
boots,
I
bro.
mean, Crush. I
Yeah,
had the dude get. I mean, I had him
yeah,
on the
yeah.
parlay, stopping the dude in round 3, round 4. I thought the dude could stand up for another round. That was
Real,
crazy.
real quick,
No,
real
D
quick,
Free called it, man. D Free called it, and it ended exactly. D Free, it ain't going that far. Watch this.
Hold on. What
Got
was you
that
about
dude
to say,
out of
D
Golly.
here.
Free? D Free.
real quick. When it comes to Jerome Bruce Ennis, it's not his say. It's not Eddie Hearn's say. Kern is the number one contender
Yeah, I
at.
saw Josh type that in the
Exactly.
chat.
He's the number one
Yep.
contender, and being though that Jerome Bruce Ennis got awarded that belt because Bud dropped it, they still need that to fulfill that mandatory
Yep.
slot.
And the
So
IBF,
it
they
might
don't
be
care
it
about
might
none
be
of that.
ordered. It might be ordered. It hasn't been ordered yet, but it might be ordered in the future.
You know
Sometimes.
what? If that happens and they put Boots in a situation, I'd drop that belt.
Heck no.
That's what I've
No,
been saying he need to do. Just go on to 154.
Yeah, he might need to pack it up, but he might. I mean,
It's nothing there
Eddie, he
for
with
him.
Eddie, so Eddie probably want to put him in there with like, what's that with that one kid from the UK,
no. Why drop the belt?
Connor
Kind of
Ben.
been.
You can't tell him to drop the belt. You can't tell him to drop the belt. They
No,
all
I'm not telling him. I said that's what I would do.
no. I'm just
I
saying
think
you can't say
Eddie
that.
can't
I'm
tell him to
not
drop the
fighting
belt
Karen
without
again, boy.
presenting
I
him with
beat
a
him
fight
12-0.
at 154.
Listen. They already criticizing saying he hasn't fought anybody. He's not
So
fighting.
we gonna tear him up again if we fight
No,
Karen.
let me finish. They already criticizing saying he hasn't fought anybody. And that was the fight that he had that they said he had so much problems with. So why not go back in there, correct the mistakes that you made in the past, and show everybody I had a bad outing, and
I
go in
don't need to
there.
see it. It wasn't that bad of an outing. He won every round. I
It
don't
doesn't,
want to see that fight again. I don't want to hear that, Free.
Uh,
I don't want to hear that.
I mean, it doesn't matter what you want to hear.
well, I mean, Prize. The reality of the situation is, if Boots wants to stay a champion at the weight class, he has to fight Karen.
Well, I vacate.
Listen. But I think if Eddie Hearn was to present him with a big fight at 154, you never know. It could be Virgil Ortiz. I'm hearing that they're not gonna fight Bud Crawford. It could be I don't know what's the name of the boy that Fandora knocked out. Lubin. Yeah, that's a good fight. I don't know, but anything is better than Karen to me.
Yep.
That's terrible.
I don't want to see
Like,
Karen again. I
drop
don't
that
care
belt,
what y'all
move to
talking about.
154.
They might
I
offer.
don't care about that mandatory stuff. He better not fight him again.
They might.
Eddie got to do something about that.
No, Eddie can't do nothing about it. Tell me he
Man, you
got
crazy, man. Bob Aaron be doing stuff with the WBO all the time.
Yeah, that's the WBO. That's the WBO. It's not the
The
IBF.
IBF, they don't play either.
Nigga, Prize, you
It's the
think Eddie
IBF.
Hearn is Dom King or something? He
Now,
can't pull no strings
the
like
only
that.
thing that could possibly happen, the only thing that could possibly happen,
Step aside
they,
money.
that no, they can have an eliminator between the number 3 because the number 2 is vacant because the IBF for some reason don't never feel the number 1 and number 2 unless there's a mandatory about to be called. But the number 2 is vacant, so the number 3 and the number 1 can fight for eliminator, and the number 3 fighter is Conor Ben, and that can be the fight. If Conor Ben make it past Kern, they could be having Jerron fight Conor Ben.
Yeah, well, I will hope that
That could be the
happens.
setup.
Then Jerron can focus on something else. Because if they try to force him back in there with Karen, just because he had an off night, I don't want to hear that. That
But
Karen
I
guy is
have to
not.
say, two
Jerron didn't beat
fights.
that guy. He beat him up, and it was not competitive. Jerron won every round, and we don't need to see it again. I understand he's a
Yeah,
mandatory, and shout out to him. But if I was Jerron, I'd be like, okay, IBF, here's your belt.
yeah. I'm sorry, but two fights into your three-fight matchroom deal that was so hyped up over the summer, you can't fight Karen as your second fight. They got to find somebody better than this. Somebody, anybody with some kind of like pulse or name.
I mean, if they got, I
Nah,
mean,
he don't. Bentley, you bugging.
it's all up. It all depends on if the IBF named him the mandatory. If the IBF name him the mandatory, is nothing nobody can do about it. It's either you fight the mandatory or you drop the belt. And you can't drop the belt if you said you want to be undisputed at 47. You can't drop the belt. So,
Well, he might got to change his game plan on that one undisputed at 47. That's not like it might be too much for him. He might be wasting too much time. It's other stuff. It's like somebody said in the chat. 50, like Gregory said, 54 is lit, and Boots might as well go ahead and join the club.
I mean, he could go to 54. Who's the IBF champion at 54? Who's the IBF champion at 54? IBF champion at 54.
Ain't Terrence ain't one, and he got some. What he got? A WBO.
The IBF champion at 54 is I don't even know how to say this dude's name. I ain't even gonna try. I'm his name.
I bet I got a phone call.
Burkham or something like that. I don't know how to say the dude's name at 54. IBF champion.
Man, Jesus Ramos, Erickson Lubin,
I'm talking
Tim Zoo.
about the champion at 54 because he's the IBF champion. So if he moves up, he should be looking to try to fight the IBF champion at 54.
Who's the IBF champ?
Somebody named Burkham or something like that. I can't even pronounce his name.
Oh man, look, I'm not trying to see that. Okay, Israel Madrimov. Give me somebody I know. Okay, give me somebody I care about at least a little bit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, it all depends on how the chips fall. It all depends on how the chips fall. But the dude,
They saying in the chat, Castano. But
Yeah,
Castano,
where
I
is
think
he? Where
he's
is he?
retired.
Castano hasn't fought since he lost to Jamel. I don't want to see
Matter
him in
of
there.
fact, I think he's working on a degree right now. I think he's done with boxing.
Castano got them two big Charlo paydays, and he done turn into Madonna and be like, man, I'm out of here.
Castano went back to college to be a school teacher. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to see Brian Castano.
He probably do something that he loves.
Yeah, he probably gonna train the Olympic team. Or no, the Olympics is done, but he gonna train down there now.
Good for him.
On top of
He
being
was
a
in
teacher.
two amazing fights. He got
Brian
paid.
Castano's not even ranked in no
Yeah.
sanctioning. He's not ranked in no sanctioning body. There's no point of him fighting Brian Castano.
Did he officially retire though? I don't think he ever came out and actually
Nah, the
said
brothers
he retired.
they were just wondering, like, where the hell is he? You know?
He's not in no sanctioning body. He hasn't fought again since he lost to Jamel.
Yeah, he good.
I mean, if he doesn't take a championship fight, I would love to see him versus Charles Conwell.
Oh, facts. That would be a good fight.
That's a good ass fight.
That's a real good fight. Well, what time is it? Did the ride start yet? I don't want to run over too much.
I think they're about to start. They haven't started yet.
They haven't started?
No, I haven't got a
let's run for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, but so what y'all think is gonna be next for Bud?
Who knows?
That's a good question.
I'm hoping Virgil, because that's what Turkey said.
I think Bud might be retiring, dog. Because I think he said something about that. I think he said something to that effect. If he can't get the Canelo fight, he gonna retire or something like that. I think he said something to that effect.
If he can't get that big money fight, he's gonna retire. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I think he should. I mean,
yeah.
what else you gonna do? I mean, unless you plan on going through these young dudes at 54 and try to become undisputed at 54. And I don't think that's a good thing for him, because and like I said, I don't know, it could have just been that fight. But what I seen somebody who timing was off and his punch placement was off. So I don't know how he pans against these other guys at 54. I don't know.
Well, if he get right back in there, then he wouldn't be rusty like he was. You know, he ain't fought since the Earl fight. That's been a minute. Earl's still sitting,
but
so it's gonna be tough for Earl in his next fight.
But he's been
But
fighting.
you know, you right though, Free. You're not wrong what you said. But all I'm saying is, I think that was just rust. His timing was off. Then he picked it up at the end. He picked it up toward the end, and I was like, okay, there's the Terrence Crawford. You know, toward the end, and you know.
I don't even think that was Russ prize or Free or age. I think that had more to do with the weight. For real. I think Bud, to me, Bud looks small in comparison to Madrimov. And just when you look at Bud at 147, he gets hit a lot. He took punishment against Kell Brook, Green Machine, Sean Porter. Damn, I'm drawing a blank. That's the 3 fights I heard. Those are probably my 3 favorite Bud fights, to be honest. But anyway,
he took punishment against everybody except for Earl.
Yeah, but typically what happens, Free, is he has the power to get those dudes up out of there. He didn't have that with Madrimov.
Yeah.
Well, them damn Russian and Rucanians be taking a punch.
So. I don't know. But I think he might want to hang it up if he doesn't, because and that's another thing too. From what I've been hearing, they saying if Jamel comes back, Jamel is going to be the WBA super, and that means Bud will be the WBA regular. So he has to go through Jamel in order to get undisputed, because he won't even have a real, well, quote unquote, a real title.
That's a fight I think he might be open to as a retirement fight.
He said he's not going to do that. I don't think he's going to go retire off a Madrimov fight, bro.
He said he wasn't interested in Jamel. He said he wasn't.
He say that now, and if Jamel go out there and smoke somebody soon, and he's just sitting around and people start to talking, he wouldn't have no choice, because he ain't going to just go out like that.
What, 37? He just turned 37.
I think Bud like 36.
No, I think he just turned 37. Like Free said,
he just turned 37.
Yeah, he's 37.
So
last year he was
36.
35 for the
Earl last year he was 36.
What?
Or
he's 36. He's 36. I just looked it up.
When is his birthday?
Because I know born in 87.
When is his birthday?
September. So he's gonna be 36 he's gonna be 37 this year. You're right. You're right. So this is his 37th year. Okay. All right.
So that means if he doesn't fight again this year, his next fight he will be 38, or he'd be about to turn 38.
Man, so Floyd didn't even try his luck past that age.
Yeah, I don't know if he want to keep, because he's only been fighting like once a year the last couple of years. He only been fighting once a year. So
no, if he fight one more time, that'll probably be it.
Huh?
I said if he fight one more time, that'll probably be it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He looking for that Canelo fight so he can hang it up. Because if he doesn't, I mean, he's about to be 37. He said he wasn't trying to fight until his late 30s. Well, he's already about to be 37 next month. You're already in your late 30s. So I don't know. I think he might end up retiring if he doesn't get that Canelo fight, because it ain't no big money fight.
He ain't pardon me. He ain't gonna retire in his last fight. Be Madrimov. He'll do something. He'll do one more.
He might, but it got to be a money fight, because
it could be somewhat of a money fight. It don't got to be the money fight, but it could be a decent amount.
I think he'll do a decent amount of money if he fight Jerome Businis.
Yeah, he'll make a ton of money with him.
I agree, but he risks losing.
Erickson Lubin, he's not gonna make a lot of
he's gonna want to be compensated at least $20 million.
he's not gonna make a lot of money fighting Erickson Lubin.
Right.
Erickson Lubin's not a household name.
Nobody knows who he is but us.
No,
He's not a household
nobody.
name. We know who Erickson Lubin is. Erickson Lubin is a lesser name than Jerron Boots Ennis. And people say Jerron Boots Ennis hasn't fought anybody.
Right.
More people know.
Mostly people know Lubin for getting smoked by Charlo that one time. That's what he's known from.
Yeah, that's what he knows from. And Fandora, the big knot on his eye from Fandora.
Oh yeah, he was rumbling Fandora. I gave him credit for that one,
bro. That was the first time I ever found out you could have a dislocated nose. That was crazy.
Yeah, so
I'd never seen that before.
Money fighting Lubin. He'll be better off fighting somebody like Tim Tszyu, Fandora, even a rematch with Earl. I'm trying to think. Virgil.
You're right, GP, but he's looking for one big one. You know what I mean? Pause. You know what I'm saying? He has been getting terrific money from Top Rank his whole career. But right now he's looking for one cash out. Like what Tank did and like Ryan. He wants to be involved with something like that. And then I think he'll go away.
I think his biggest fight, if he can't get Canelo, I think his biggest is between three fights. It's between three fights. It's either going to be the Jerron Boots Ennis fight, the rematch with Earl, or Tim Tszyu. Those is going to be his one of those fights is going to be his biggest fight. I don't know which one it is, but one of those will be his biggest fight.
Yeah, I don't want to see Earl again. I don't know what Earl doing it.
Charlo could be a big fight. I don't know if because Charlo stepped away since he lost the Canelo, so he's kind of out of sight, out of mind of a lot of the fans. So Charlo will have to get back in the ring in order to build his name back up.
Doesn't he still have a belt?
But I feel like if Charlo,
Jamel is in recess, so when he comes back, from what I've been hearing, they saying he's gonna come back and he'll be the WBA super. That means Bud will be the WBA regular. So I, feel like I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've been hearing.
I feel like if Charlo came back with that one spectacular performance, maybe in a rematch against Erickson Lubin or whoever, I think that could galvanize a lot of the Spence fan base. I could see that doing around the same numbers as a Spence fight, to be honest. And that would be a good piece of chunk of change for Bud to go out on. So I just think him fighting Mel,
yeah, if Mel get a fight and
look
they
good, that's what I've been saying. If Mel get back in there in his next fight and he's look good against somebody like a Lubin again in a rematch or something like that, just throwing out a name and he looks good, he'll be right back in the mix, and he'll be the WBA super.
All the Jamel belts, the WBA, he was put in recess. He wasn't stripped of the WBA. He was put in recess.
My assumption was they stripped him naked. But if Free started preaching this regular and super stuff, I'll let him give you that headache.
No, that it's not a headache because he was never a regular. He was a super.
Just to think about a regular and a super is a headache, Free.
No, what I'm saying is he wasn't stripped of all his belts. He was put in recess for the WBA.
Right. So I'm taking your word for that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's why I said you give him the headache because I don't want to explain it in other words.
No, I'm not saying that he's going to come back as the WBA super. I said that's what I've heard. He's going to come back as the WBA
super. Or the WBC, what? So the WBC stripped him. Who the WBC?
WBC is Sebastian.
Fandora?
Yep.
Got Mel's WBC.
Yeah. The IBF is that other dude. I can't pronounce his name. The WBO is Fandora as well.
So what did Terrence win?
Terrence got the WBA regular. That's what it says. It says WBA. It doesn't say super.
I believe you. I know. I believe you. I mean,
Oh no,
All
no.
Charlo got to do is get in there and look good for one
No,
fight.
Terrence,
I promise
Terrence
you.
do got the WBA super. I'm sorry, I stand to be corrected. Terrence do got the WBA super.
Okay. So that cleared. So they stripped Nell naked, like I said. The first time I heard it, I was like, damn. As soon as he step in the fight, they just start strip. I was like, damn. They'll be doing that
I
to Canelo.
mean, at that point, when was the last time he had fought at 154? Because he had been out with an injury for like quite some time before that.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean,
been like probably 3 years cumulatively since he fought at 154.
no, it ain't been that long, have it?
Nah, I'm probably exaggerating. Probably like 2 years.
Well, I still want to see Melon, but I'm not going to downplay that fight. If Mel want to get back in the ring next with Terrence Crawford, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to support the fight. That's it. But all right, Free, you want to wrap it up? Time to get out of here. Trusted Legend, you want to wrap it up? Time to get out
I'll
of here.
wrap it up. I'll wrap it up.
Well,
Goddammit.
let Free come back because we'll get
Well,
give it a couple
let's.
seconds
All right.
before we pass it over. But like I said before, if Mel come back and fight Terrence next, I'm cool with it. I don't want because I don't believe in none of that. If they rumble, they rumble. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Just. Appreciate you coming up here, man. I really appreciate you coming up here. I rock with you. I can't when
Most
I be
Def
listening
Prize
to
fighter.
when I be listening to Just Do Boxing, I can't be in the chat. That'd be my only problem. But I be listening and liking though for sure. Just Do Boxing.
Yeah, man. A lot of great knowledge on here. Salute the Prize, Dee Free, the Tyrant, from Washington D.C. My crazy uncle, Crush the Legend, BVO. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the whole family. Men lie, women lie, but the facts are the facts. BVO is the best in the business. Like, subscribe. You know what to do. I'm out. Peace.
All right, peace, Marky. Thank you for coming through. Oh, now I stand corrected. BVO's telling me to keep going. So we're not going nowhere, Marky. You come back. So you got us some more. So that's what's up. So we're not going to push it over to the Rise. There is no Rise tonight. So a shout out to the Rise. But we'll keep going though. There's no problem. Dee Free, we got some more time, so
Okay.
you know what I mean? I stand corrected.
But yeah, I mean, it's some things that need to be done in the sport of boxing because we got a lot of questions of why we can't see these goddamn fights we want to see.
I know. It's terrible, man.
Yeah, I just I don't know. It just they messing up the sport that people like to see. Hold on one second.
They messing up my favorite sport. And that's just the bottom line. These young boys need to quit playing around. Then they get mad at us when we be like, oh, back when Roy or when BHop was when they y'all, they old, man, but they rumbled though, man. They rumbled. So that's why we keep bringing up them old fights. That's why we get up here and we don't stick to our topic. Sometimes we veer off to other fights because we miss that. When you our age, mostly everybody on this panel, when you our age, it's sad to see because it's a lot of you cats, a lot of you dudes, y'all niggas is new niggas. Y'all just start watching boxing a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Y'all just started watching Canelo and certain niggas. You know what I mean? So y'all think y'all know, but y'all don't know. Y'all might have did some research, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But y'all don't know. You know what I mean? Trust me. And they get frustrating to watch these young boys can't get these fights done. Because I promise you, if this was happening, if they was all with Big Dime back in the day, Tank, Shakur, Devin, them niggas would have been beating each other up. I promise you that.
They would have been got it on. They'd have been got it on
early.
Don ain't playing that. He was like, oh, this is a big fight. Let's get it done right now.
Right.
Let's get it done right now. This is a big fight. The fans want it. We're gonna put it on.
They fought each other, like he said in the chat. Them older dudes, they rumble. You know what I mean? Big Don was in. You getting in there tonight with merciless Ray Mercer.
Like,
he gonna tell you what to do.
I don't ever recall boxing when I was watching boxing from a young kid up until I got in my mid-20s. I don't ever recall so many undefeated fighters that's at the top of the division. It's like all these fighters are undefeated. When I was coming up, all those undefeated fighters, somebody would have already had a loss. There was a few undefeated fighters, but it wasn't as many as
a couple of them.
Yeah, it wasn't as many as it is right now. It was a few, but most of them they fought each other, so somebody took a loss.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's like every time you turn around, this guy 25-0. Who did he fight?
Right, 37-0. We're like, damn, he never even fought for a world title, but he's 37-0. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be stuff like that, and people don't understand. You can't argue. When Canelo took Jaime Muguian, people was like, oh, you know, people was trying to justify that fight. I'm like, y'all can't be serious, man. Y'all Canelo fans y'all be snorting too much coke. Y'all hardcore fans, y'all crazy, man.
I wouldn't have been mad at the fight if Canelo.
I would have.
No, what I'm saying is,
he got 40. He's like 55-0, and you can't name nobody on his resume.
No, what I'm saying is, I wouldn't have been mad at the fight if Canelo would have fought the people that he was supposed to fight first, and then he fought Jaime Muguian. I wouldn't have been mad at that fight. Right. If he would have got Benavidez out the way, and then Jaime Muguian sitting right there, okay.
It was.
He fought David Benavidez.
It was entertaining though. Shout out Big Dre. You know, it was entertaining. I ain't gonna cap, but nevertheless, it's still what these young boys are doing is nasty work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want the lottery ticket with Tank Davis because nobody don't want to get posterized. I mean, LeBron, you know, stuff happened. Jordan posterized and got posterized. You know what I mean? It happens. Fighters go in there and lose. Like Free said, like I was saying, if they would have been with Big Don, they all would have had L's. Maybe not Tank, and it's a good chance that he might have had an L. Because there's been some fighter that you didn't know that could rumble. He fighting for his life. You know what I'm saying? Don, that's why I like Big Don. You know what I'm saying? He made them fights go down. If you look at it, you know what I mean? He gave us what we wanted. Earl and Bud would have been happening with Big Don. Big Don ain't wait for the milk stuff like that. He get right to it. When the fans start demanding, imagine if that Big Don had social media back then. Man, he would please.
No, Matt, y'all got to remember the four kings when they faced each other.
They all had L's.
It was only one time that they was undefeated, and that was Leonard and Hearn. The first time that they fought. That was the only time that they was undefeated. Everybody, all the rest of them that faced each other, they all had a loss. Leonard and Hearns was the only one that was undefeated at that time. And then Hearns
thought it was Duran.
Duran already had a loss because he had a loss
when he fought Sugar Ray. He had an L.
Yeah, he was 71-1.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, but
he was 71-1. He already.
Nevertheless, they all fought each other and they all beat each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did.
You know what I mean? Riddick Bowe and Holyfield, they rumble.
You know
what I'm saying? And people laugh at Oscar De La Hoya, but that nigga rumbled everybody, bro. Yeah. He ain't ducked no undefeated black fighters. None.
No.
Maybe a couple, but for the most part, he fought them.
Oscar was fighting everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference between him and Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Oscar might have made
Julio fought
He might have made you jump through hoops to get the fight, but he fought you.
Yeah, he gonna have it his way, but damn it, I should get in there and give Shane Mosley a payday and an opportunity, and Floyd. You know what I'm saying? So, but at least the point I'm trying to make is he got in the ring. What y'all scared to get in the ring with Tank for is crazy. But like Just do say, I get it because I understand the business part. But when I was a young boy watching the fights, we didn't care about none of that stuff. Now everybody's a promoter. Everybody is a financial advisor, financial advisor, and all this stuff. And the fans be making me mad. I can't be on none of them Instagram boxing pages except for hardcore and a couple other joints on Instagram. CD.
There wasn't no social media to know about.
I know that's true, but
so
I'm saying
the fans didn't care about the business because we didn't know about the business. The only reason why
we stayed out of it. You know why, Free? Because Big Don was in them and was making fights, so we stayed out of the business. Yeah, that's what happened.
It wasn't. I mean, everybody was. I mean, all of the good fighters that you wanted to see was pretty much under him. So it wasn't no business to be made. He made,
and they wanted to rumble each other too, for real though. That was a good part. They actually wanted to fight each other. There wasn't no ducking and if he beat me, he beat me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much. There was some ducking going on. I ain't gonna say ducking wasn't happening because it was ducking. You know, definitely was some ducking going on. But I'm trying to tell you, dog, like for the most part, they wanted to rumble each other and showed everybody they're the champ. Going back to their hoods with Cadillacs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what some of them niggas was doing, man.
I'm about to get ready to wrap it up because I gotta take my wife to work.
All right, that's cool. Hour and a half is cool.
We'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna be back tomorrow. I believe we got an interview tomorrow. So everybody make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We got an interview. We will be starting at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time, 7:05 Central, and 5:05 West Coast.
Yeah.
Make sure
real quick. And next time we gotta go right now, but Savage Ramirez, next time you can get a link for sure. Come back, smash the like, subscribe, and you definitely can get a link. But we finna pull up out of here because my man's gotta be out. But definitely you can.
But so I appreciate everybody that came through. Make sure y'all smash the like button on your way out. Put it on the replay, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back tomorrow. It's your boy, Dee Free, Crush, Prize, BVO Boxing, and we out.